Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to paint these Heavy Intercessors as Black Templars. I already made a video assembling this miniature, so in case you're interested I will leave the link in the description. And to make things easier, first I'm going to focus on this miniature, and after that we can paint this miniature using the exact same color scheme. Before I start painting, I'm going to base these miniatures, and for that I'm going to use the exact same formula that I have been using for the rest of my Black Templars. I will start by cutting some bits of sprue and glue them to the base. Okay, now that these bases look a little bit more interested, I'm going to proceed to prime these miniatures, and for that I'm going to use Chaos Black from Citadel. Miniature prime, and now I'm going to use Astro Granite to cover that base. Now I'm going to apply Abaddon Black around those cobblestones. And now I'm just going to dry brush Wraithbone all over the base. To finish with the base, I just need to paint the edge, and for that I'm going to use again Abaddon Black. I will also use this color to paint the black power armor of this Heavy Intercessor, because you know, later for sure I'm going to make some mistakes, I would like to correct some things, and I'm not going to be able to apply the spray with Chaos Black again, but I will be able to apply with my brush Abaddon Black. To make this miniature start looking like a Black Templar, we need to give him some white shoulder pads, but before I apply any white color, I would like to start with a thin layer of Dawnstone. Like that we're going to get a better transition from the black color of the primer to the white color. So I will use this color to paint everything that later is going to be white. And now I'm going to use Wraithbone to cover that grey color, and as usual, as many thin layers as necessary, always letting them dry nicely. I'm going to use Morphan Brown to paint the holster of the pistol, the pouches and the belt. The next color that I'm going to use is Corn Red. I will use it to paint the weapon, the eyes, the purity seals that we have in the back, and also I'm going to start with the heraldry by adding some red color here and on this knee. Let's continue applying the metallic colors, and now I'm going to use Runelord brush to paint the bullets inside of the magazine, and after that I'm going to use Lead Belcher that I will use to paint all the details of the weapon, the symbol on the chest, all the inside parts of the power armor, and also some extra details around the back of the miniature. Now that we finished with the base colors, it's time to start with the shades, and I'm going to use two of them. First, I'm going to use Agrax Earth shade that I will apply to the bullets on the magazine, the brown color, and also the purity seals. Then I'm going to apply Null Oil on the silver color on the weapon and also between the white and black on the shoulder pads. Shades applied, and now it's time to start with the highlights. I will start with the black power armor. For that I'm going to use two different colors. First I'm going to apply Dark Reaper in every single edge of the power armor, and after that I'm going to apply Fenrisian Grey in the areas that are going to be the most exposed. Now I'm going to use Evil Sun Scarlet to highlight the red color. To highlight the brown color, I'm going to use Crack Brown. And now I will use Tomho Silver to obviously highlight the silver color. We are just missing the final details, so now I'm going to use again Abaddon Black to add some writing to these purity seals, and also we have to add a cross to this shoulder pad. Then I'm going to use Corax White to paint this skull that we have here, and I would like to add another cross on this knee. And with that, I consider this Heavy Intercessor as finished. So now I'm going to repeat the process with this one and finish the squad. And this is it, this is the final result, this is how I painted these Heavy Intercessors as Black Templars. So now let's take a look at each miniature individually. First we have this gentleman with a more relaxed pose. I like a lot this pose, to be honest, and I think that this shield was a very nice addition. I'm happy about this one. Nothing really out of the usual that I was doing with my Black Templar Heavy Intercessors that I was painting, so yes, I just followed the regular color scheme that I was using for them, but still it's a nice pose, and I love Gravis armor, I will repeat that all the time, so I'm happy with the final result with this one. The most difficult part was the knee, because I don't know, I was not able to make it look nice from every angle, because for example from here it looks a little bit weird, from here it looks super nice, so I don't know, I will try that again in the future. I mean, it's like a round surface, so like, I mean, I get that it's difficult to make it look nice from every angle, but I will try to improve that. Here we have this one with a shooting pose. It's always weird for me that the Space Marines that are shooting, they are not like looking through the, I don't know, iron sights at least, I don't know, it's like weird, but still another nice looking Heavy Intercessor. I'm very happy with this one as well. Again, the same color scheme that I was using for the rest of my Heavy Intercessors because of consistency, of course, but yes, I'm happy with how this one looks. For sure, the most important part for me is that after this video, this unit of Heavy Intercessors painted as Black Templar I completely finished. And of course, there's also videos painting these miniatures. With this one, I used the same color scheme than for the ones that I painted today. But of course, here we have a Sergeant, and this one that is a Heavy Gunner. So of course, I wanted to do something a little bit more unique with him. But anyway, later I will post some pictures of the unit fully assembled. And now let's finish with the miniatures that we were talking about. Anyway, today we painted these two miniatures. I hope that you enjoyed the video and the painting process, and as always, if you like what I do and you would like to support my work and help me to continue growing and improving, I invite you to check the link to my Patreon in the description. And with all of that being said, this is it, this is the end of the video. This is how I painted these Heavy Intercessors as Black Templars, and of course, as always, if you are still here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.